Today, 15% of the NYPD called in sick. 15% of the New York City Police Department called in sick.
That's got to be a record high.
And they probably all have coronavirus. You have to listen to this news report because it proves that something I said could happen might be about to happen.
Tonight, FEMA is bringing in hundreds of ambulances to help with record-breaking 911 calls in New York. More temporary hospitals are opening.
I'll pause it when it gets to the notable part.
From this naval hospital ship to tents in Central Park to this massive convention center. And now authorities are planning to retrofit this tennis stadium, the site of the U.S. Open. The current capacity maxed out.
We project the potential at all of those beds, all 20,000 will have to be turned into intensive care beds to focus on COVID-19 patients who are really, really sick. That gives you a sense of just how abnormal it could be.
The tri-state region now topping 90,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19 and more than 1,500 deaths. Today, 15% of the NYPD called out sick. Overnight, the Empire State Building.
You missed the notable part.
Medical workers.
What was the notable part?
Today, 15% of the NYPD called in sick. 15% of the New York City Police Department called in sick.
That's got to be a record high.
And they probably all have coronavirus. As I said in several of my videos, because of the way that the government operates and the way that police stations operate, where hundreds or even possibly thousands of police officers go into the same police station, they are at a high risk of transmitting coronavirus to each other because they conglomerate in groups. Coronavirus could easily shut down the police force in a major city like New York City or Los Angeles. If 15% of the police force calls in sick in one day in the middle of a major emergency, possibly the biggest emergency that has ever happened in New York City, what's going to happen tomorrow? The rates of people infected with this virus double every day. What if 30% of the police force calls in sick tomorrow and 60% the next day? Sorry, people, it's really cold out here and I'm actually starting to shiver. But within a few days, the New York City police force could be completely shut down just because they're all infected with coronavirus. As I said in several of my previous videos, now they have the military ships coming in there. Well, the military that are in there to help could also easily get infected with coronavirus. The National Guard could get infected with coronavirus. A lot of the government officials there to help are going to get infected with coronavirus. I'm now going to end this video because I'm freezing cold and I have to go inside and do things inside before going back out again in the freezing cold with my jacket on to do things outside. I found this article that has more information, and this article says something interesting. I'll show you. It says that 17 people came back to work at the NYPD after testing positive and recovering. What I'm wondering is, after they supposedly recovered, did they test them again? Because not only have some people tested positive for 5 weeks or longer after recovering, but they also recently did a study that for up to 4 weeks after testing negative, their phlegm and their poop can still test positive. While it's nice that they feel good enough to go back to work, I wouldn't want infected police officers working on the police force in New York City or anywhere, because they could infect people who aren't infected. I'm back outside with another jacket on to clean up some stuff in my yard and empty my cat's litter boxes into the trash. I wanted to say one more thing, though. even though they're bringing in more ambulances, the ambulance drivers are also at high risk for catching coronavirus. I'd also be concerned about anyone living in an apartment in New York City because air ventilation between the apartments might spread coronavirus. They have figured out it's an airborne virus. They figured this out when a choir held a choir practice and they all didn't touch the door and stood more than 6 feet apart and still all got it from breathing the same air while singing out loud. They may have breathed further out into the room while singing loudly, but still people. If people can catch it that way, that basically proves it's an airborne virus. So, considering the fact that none of the people coming into contact with coronavirus patients are wearing a suit like they wore in the movie Outbreak. If you don't know what I'm talking about, here's a clip with its own oxygen supply coming in from elsewhere.
It's airborne.
Then anyone who comes in contact with somebody with coronavirus is going to catch it, which is why I predicted that it could shut down like entire police departments or entire governments, entire militaries, medical systems, not only because of overwhelming them with too many patients, but also because of the medical staff becoming infected, etc. in several previous videos. I am going to end this video by asking you to like this video, share this video, watch my other videos, and subscribe to my channel. I have suspended production of my normal YouTube content to keep you updated about the coronavirus situation. If you would like to help me out to make more videos, you can help me out by donating money to me on Patreon or other sites, or buying things from me on my Amazon wish list. I would like to point out to anybody who wants to make comments insinuating that I'm somehow greedy for asking for donations, that my YouTube channel is demonetized. All coronavirus videos on YouTube are being demonetized, and even YouTubers with large followings who normally make their money off of monetization or Patreon donations are asking for more donations in their videos about coronavirus. And we have lost most of what little income we had due to this coronavirus situation. Now that I have said that, I am going to say thank you for watching this video. Bye, people.